We're up to the famous chapter 32 of the holy book called the Tanya, and he's addressed the problem or problems of depression, and depression takes all different kinds of forms, whether they be for physical reasons or spiritual reasons, or the person just is depressed and doesn't feel like doing anything. And the Rebbe goes through the various methods of dealing with depression, avoiding the confrontation, going around the problem, going above the problem, seeing what the person is supposed to be doing or what the person actually has been doing, and transforming the problem, taking the depression and making the negativity into something of bitterness and making it a motivation to do something about the situation. It's when you feel bad about your weight and you feel that, that you're overweight, or that you really don't have good time management skills, or you're losing all of your friends because you don't know how to treat them, and you feel depressed over it. But that depression should motivate you into bitterness, into doing something about it and reaching out either to your friends or doing something about an exercise program or a weight loss program, and becoming determined not to do that, and starting immediately into positive action. And it has to be deep, and it has to be powerful in order for there to be a change. And that's why superficial focus on depressive items are never really work. A person has to have time to think about his or her affairs and be able to make proper assessment, and then have the proper feelings about it, and then go about your business and doing something about it. It's not good to wallow in negativity. And actually, when you become embittered, what you're doing is you're transforming the bitterness, the depression, into something positive, which is energetic. But that's not good enough. You have to then make the proper activities that are positive part of your life. And this goes into various components. Number one, you start doing the right things and staying away from the negative things. And then you focus on the pleasure that you're giving God. And you're doing the good things for your soul, because your soul doesn't deserve all the negativity that comes from the conditions of the body. So that means that you're really going above the situation. You're trying to inspire yourself to a higher calling. In dealing with the depression, you start doing what you need to be doing. But then you have to be inspired to a higher calling for a higher purpose. There's a higher, more noble purpose to all of this, and that is, you're not just avoiding being an animal, you're feeding your soul, you're doing things for your soul. Not only that, but you're pleasing God, because God is the Father of the soul, and God is happy that we are coming back and returning to God, and therefore one would do all that one can to please the soul and please God in the process. And that's inspiration, but that's not transformation. Transformation is that you are making whatever you can of your physical conditions into goodness. And just want to focus on this. I had somebody objecting to this. This is the ultimate purpose of creation, according to the Tanya. The ultimate purpose of our existence is to transform our world and to make it into a good world in whatever capacity you can. If you can get people to do good things, to help each other, to love each other, to study positive things, to promote good values, to be happy, to send the positive kind of messages throughout people, to share with people, but to be productive, to have initiative, to utilize your time properly in the worship of the Creator. If you can go ahead and get people to do that, that's the purpose of your existence, to transform this world into a better world. With yourself, you can't transform your nature because you're not a tzaddik, but you can transform your thoughts, you can transform your words, you can transform your actions. Your actions take physical energy, so therefore we're going to talk about this later in chapter 33, 34, how you transform your physical condition into holiness by doing good things. And that's the purpose of creation. The purpose of creation is to make the world into a holy place, a world where God wants to be. We'll talk about this at length, but right now, we're